Whoa, what's good everybody? Let's play the best auto battler in the world, Illuvium Private Beta, right here, right now. We're gonna play in competitive mode and it's our first try of the day. As you can see, 0 waves, 0 enemies. Let's change that. Our rank 1 right now is wave 23, so it seems like it's a hard day. Because usually these days we always see wave 30. We managed to get wave 30 the other day on the official Illuvium live stream on Twitch. So that was super amazing. I also shaved my hair live on stream. I'm gonna upload the stream onto YouTube soon, so stay tuned for that. And let's get it. As always, we're gonna play the air bladed shield on our ranger. And let's have a look at our units. Wow, this looks pretty good. I don't see a Titan or a Goliath or a Scarabug though, so that's probably why it's a bit hard. So we are missing the Scarabug line, but we got a Singe, a Seer, and an Axodon. So we're a little bit low on the bulwarks, but not too bad. We also have the Riplands, Vermilia, Ramfight, so we have really good damage dealers. We don't have a Scoriox, we have a Furiox, we have a Seaforus, but without the Titan or Goliath, I don't think we're gonna play him. And we also got an Adorius for the late game, so that's pretty nice. So we're gonna start with a Riplands because he does a fair amount of damage in the early game, just to get fast through those early waves. I hope you're having a great day. My day has been awesome so far. We are parked in Peniche in Portugal, and we've had one of our best surf sessions ever since this summer. It was really big, really clean, and just the waves were peeling. It was so much fun. I'm a bit sore right now, and I'm really excited to play some Illuvium and chill because it's raining a little bit, and I'm sure you know it, the best time gaming is when it's raining outside. Sometimes I wake up and it's raining and I feel just happy, because I have a good excuse to just chill and do nothing all day. Be lazy, be gaming, doing fun stuff. Vermilia right here, or Vermi rather, is holding pretty good. She's such a good tank for the 40 gold that she costs, so I guess we're gonna play her a lot in the early game, just making up for that Scarabug that we're missing. We're not gonna play the Sinalf, I think. I don't think we're gonna play the Seaforus. Probably the Furiox is gonna come in at one point. Blaze Knight will stay on the bench as well. And yeah, the other units here, we probably gonna use them. Malura, I don't think we're gonna use him until the very late game. Alright, we can put our Furiox in front line because there's only 2 assassins coming in. Let's see if how fast the Riplands can win the one-on-one versus the Vermilia. Look at this, absolutely gorgeous. I'm loving the graphics, as does everybody else who experienced this game. Beautiful. As soon as we have our main damage dealers, like our main players of today's game, we're gonna do a little screenshot for the thumbnail. And there's a Malura coming in, our ranger can do that. Our Riplands is gonna tank the 2 little units in the front, and we don't even need to use all the mastery points. As you know, Private Beta 2 is coming up. With it comes a lot of game modes, and also we will get economy. So knowing how much mastery points you really gotta use to beat a wave is gonna be important in the Private Beta 2. Alrighty, only Malura left. He likes to drag out games. One of the best looking units in the game, I feel like. Malura, Scoriox, and Riplands right here. Such beauties. Alrighty, 50 gold left over. I guess we're gonna... Wow, they have no tank, so I don't even think we need those 50 mastery points. But it's also a bit scary to leave 50 mastery points on the field. We can probably do it. Let's try it. Like I just said, we gotta figure out how much mastery points we really need. Ouch, Riplands is getting way too much damage. So it's a 2-on-2 now. The laser will kill maybe the Furiox. No, it's not killing him, and we got it. Perfect. Saving 50 mastery points. So if you get bored of those early waves, just do that. Try to have as many unspent mastery points as possible. Alrighty, I think now it's time for our first assassin. Getting through to that Furiox, we also need to take care of that Umbre, so let's see if our Ripelins can do that. I think he can. And we're rolling it. So Ripelins is gonna run away from the Umbre as soon as Umbre casts his Omega. But our Ripelins will win the one-on-one. Look, now Umbre is casting, Ripelins is gonna run away, but that's fine. Ripelins did a good job healing himself, Ramfight did a good job killing the Furiox in the backline, and we are moving on to wave number 7. Look at that damage. Like, everybody did a fair amount of equal damage, and this looks like the first hard wave of the game because Titanor is always scary. But we got a Ripelins, so that makes it a bit easier. Ripelins is a natural counter to the double bulwark Colossus right there. I don't think we need an assassin right now, so let's see if we could bring in something more valuable. Maybe actually a Seer against the Ramfire. And actually the Ripelins would be a good counter to a Ramfire, but he's also a counter to Titanor, so we're gonna get in the Seer, which also manages to win the one-on-one versus the Ramfire. And our Furiox right there is gonna help with the damage on Titanor, but we're gonna put him on the left side so he's not in range of the Ramfire. Alrighty, looking good so far. Easy peasy. Look at that damage that the Titanor is getting from our Ripelins. It's crazy. Bye-bye. Didn't even manage to cast an Omega. Beautiful. Ramfire went up in the air but died mid-air. Seer is such a champ. We won't have double magma for the Seer, but that's fine. Just the one magma stack already does a lot of AoE extra damage, and that's what killed the Ramfire in midair. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 assassins coming in, so Seer is definitely gonna stay on the battlefield. And we might even get a few more tanks in. So we need 30 or 20 gold. I think we're gonna sell the Furiox. Right there. So let's see if we get the Singe. I think I want to get the Oxodon just to get the 3 bulwark stacks. We get the Oxodon, we got 45 mastery points left over, and then we could buy Vermi or Cuculus, so I think that's gonna be fine. Let's see, we put Seer onto the Ramfire, we put Oxodon onto the Rake. Our Ranger is gonna tank those 2 guys in the side. Whoop, we're running out of time. Putting you there, and we should be good. Vermi is a good stalling unit against her bigger sister Vermilia here. Actually, our Seer is getting way too much damage, but now he starts spinning, getting a bit more tanky. And we might be able to almost finish off Ramfire. Yes, he dies before his Omega goes out, making him pretty much useless. And we are moving on to wave number 9. Yesterday was a... Wow, the music is a bit too loud right now. That part always gets in my ear. Yesterday was such a hard game for early waves. Like, wave 6 to 10 was so hard yesterday, I felt like. Mid game was a bit easier again, and mid game was still hard too, and late game was pretty easy because we had all the units that we needed. So yesterday was a nice day to get wave 30. Looking at this, Scoriox and Dualev, so we are in need of an assassin or maybe 2 assassins. So Ramfight right here is gonna come in. And if we get a second assassin onto the Dualev, he won't be able to cast his Omega, so that's what we're gonna do. Gonna sell the Seer right there. Probably gonna get in the Vermilia like that, and now we maybe can upgrade the Oxodon to be a Singe, because he would do well the Singe versus those 2 right there. But we can't sell any more units, so that's what we got. Our Ranger is gonna take the Ripelins and the Dualev, the most damage. Oxodon is gonna take Scoriox and Flare. Might be too much. Might want to swap those 2. Keep the Oxodon safe, and Ripelins has a bit of more sustain in the early game, and the longer the game goes, the tankier our Oxodon gets, so we want to just keep him alive. big Dual F laser coming in though. We were not able to kill the Dual F before. But now the Vermilion Omega is gonna one-shot the Scoriox. Ramp Fight Omega also doing a nice amount of damage. And it got closer than expected, but we got it. Basically the Dual F laser was a bit unexpected. Did like 2000 damage. Alrighty, moving on to wave number 10. Now stuff starts to get interesting, so we gotta focus. Scoriox in the front line. Well, that's an easy kill right there. We might want to get our Furiox in to help with that. We don't need those 2 assassins right now. Just a question, which of them are we gonna swap out? I think the hard call. Let's see. Here we upgrade Oxodon to be a Seer, and then we can sell the Ramp Fight to be a Furiox to help with the single target damage onto the Scoriox, and also with single target damage onto the Titanor. Our right lens can actually win the one-on-one versus the Titanor, so that's good. Yeah, let's do that. Furiox comes in, helping with the damage here. Who are you jumping? The Kukarov. If Kukarov casts his Omega onto the Vermilia, that's still fine, because Vermilia is pretty tanky, and she can take a bit of damage. Scoriox is gonna die nice and clean, it looks like. Now his Omega is out, he still manages to get 1 auto hit off, but our Seer is already spinning into 2-3 units right there. Big Titanor Omega coming in, but Titanor is already dead. Riplands did a super good job there. And we're moving on. As you can see, our Seer did the most damage because he was able to spin in so many units. So if you surround him with a lot of units, should be good. Alrighty, gotta jump the Scoriox there, biggest threat. After that, Riplands is our second biggest threat. So, like this, Seer is gonna focus the Riplands, Ranger is gonna tank him. Our Riplands, actually we're gonna sell the armor. And, and then we can get in the Vermi to tank the Rake in the backline. And our Riplands can take the Scoriox, and hopefully he's gonna walk up to the Scoriox, help with the damage on that. And you are gonna go here to focus the Riplands, and I think we're good. Our Ranger will die pretty fast, so we might be able to play it like this, because she has no armor. So now she's gonna tank those 3 units on the right side, and our Seer is just gonna tank the Riplands, and that should be good enough. Alrighty, let's roll it. There's the timer. We're in competitive mode. We're playing tournament settings. First play, first game of the day. Never seen this deck before in competitive mode. That's what you should always do in your first round of the day, just to get ready for tournaments. Alright, it worked out pretty good. Seer is dead though, but it was a good choice to put the... Let's Seer tank a bit more too. It's gonna get a bit close, to be honest. Furiox right here needs to pull through. Oh, that was so close. Woo, good one. Look at that Furiox damage. Really, really well. A lot of damage. So we probably gonna keep him in for now. Because now we always need that single target damage. There's 1, 2, 3 assassins coming in. So Seer has to move back. We also get the dual F, so we need an assassin, and then works out perfectly. Ramp Fight and Vermilia onto the dual F. Our Ranger is gonna tank the Vermilia. Our Seer right there is gonna tank those 2 assassins. What is our Furiox gonna do? Maybe we put him all the way in the left side, then he can focus the dual F. And actually our Riplands tanking all of those guys, he will die pretty fast, so I don't know, maybe we should swap him with the Ranger. But Riplands versus Vermilia is not a good matchup either. We're a little bit in a pickle. But let's see how Riplands performs. He's gonna get a lot of damage for sure. But as long as he's able to cast at least 1 Omega, he will be able to heal a little bit. Actually, Omega got failed. Laser coming in for the Ranger, but Ranger is able to stun the Vermilia out of his Omega, which is perfect. So our Furiox might be able to kill the Vermilia. Maybe not though, so now it's a 3-on-2. Vermilia casting his Omega into nowhere, so that's good. Riplands getting another Omega off. Perfect. Vermilia dead, Umbre dead. We are moving on. Really good. Our Ofiicial was, and Ryplans was actually performing really well. He tanked a lot and did a lot of damage. Our Seer had too much on his plate, you see that? He only was able to tank 2,500 less than the Ryplans. So we needed him to have a bit more time to really get more tankier. The longer he lives, the tankier he gets. 1-2 assassins coming in. Seer is gonna kill that Rampfire. Actually, we can bring in the Ryplans to kill that Rampfire. Also got 25 mastery points left. We're just gonna get back the armor for now. Gonna focus that Ryplans on the right side. Our 2 assassins can jump the Blaze Knight. It's a bit of an easier target than the Adorius. Adorius is always a bit sketchy to focus. And yeah, maybe we should actually swap that positioning, because Ryplans does such a good job one-on-oneing the Rampfire. And Vermilia will not be able to kill the Seer that fast. And we are rolling. See how it goes. Alrighty, as long as there is no heals coming in for the Rampfire, we should be good here. It always looks like Ryplans is not winning, but then he starts sustaining. Actually, there is coming some shields, and so Rampfire is able to get up in the air, killing both of our assassins. Actually, not before Seer takes out the others. And now it's a 2-on-1 versus the Adorius, and we will probably be able to win this. Also, our Rampfire is hyperactive. You can see it on the yellow bar right there. Which means every third attack will silence the enemy, because he's a rogue. He's also a fighter with the Slayer, and that gives him an extra attack speed, extra armor, penetration. So really, really good when he goes hyperactive. Alright, it is again not much backline to be assassinated. We got 1-2 assassins coming in here. Probably gonna play it like this again. I think we're gonna get in the Vermi just to tank the Vermilia, so we don't get out the first cast of the Vermilia onto our Seer. Something like that. Righty, the rest of our units should focus the C4s, I guess, like that. And what are our 2 assassins gonna do? Did they jump Adorius? But then Adorius gets a really fast heal out, which could be bad. We could also just jump the Cuculus right there, and then our Vermilia will be able to load his Omega for the Adorius. And Adorius is not gonna get so much free mana in the beginning. Actually, our 2 assassins are splitting, and this could be GG for us, because when this happens, it's really bad. Rake is going down though. We're having good damage on the Vermilia. And there comes the Ramfight Omega, killing the Adorius almost, but the Adorator is healing him. So really the damage split between our assassins might have lost us the round. Ofiicial right now tanking the front line. He's gonna go down, and it's looking really bad. Yes, sir. So our rogue positioning right there, making us split the damage between Adorius and the Kukuraf, or the Cuculus, was bad, because then Adorius hasn't enough pressure to die. He just gets damage and gets free mana from that, and then they were just able to heal each other up, or Adorator and Adorius. So that's what happened. We almost made it into the leaderboards on our first try of the day, so I'm super excited for that. I'm gonna keep grinding, gonna keep getting up in those leaderboards. I encourage you to do the same. Have a fun time with it, and I see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a good one. Bye bye.